What's up, my beautiful people, and welcome back to the Can't Be Contained podcast. You guys, in this episode, we're going to be talking about how to really optimize our energy, how to let go of the things that are sucking our soul, and how to welcome in the things that are just genuinely aligned for us and to us. So if you have been feeling overwhelmed, stuck, like you are just emotionally constipated 24/7, then this episode is for you. I've actually also created something specifically for coaches, leaders, people who are in influence of other people, people who are in transformation work, and it is a 3-minute imposter syndrome release. So I remember when I was first starting my coaching career and my speaking career and podcasting, I had so much imposter syndrome. I would like press record on the podcast and I'm like, what do I have to say? Why are they going to listen to me? And it's all of that stuff comes up. And so I created this little breathwork experience to really help myself like have a turnaround really quickly when I needed it. So if you want that on demand, it's totally free. Just go to pausebreathwork.com/imposter. That's pausebreathwork.com/imposter, and I will send it your way.
Can't be contained.
That's what I'm talking about. Have you ever made a decision in your life and it felt like your entire body just freaking lit up? And then there's those other things that just leave you feeling heavy, drained, exhausted. Even if it like looks good on paper, even if it's what you're supposed to do, even if it's, how it's supposed to be done or society validates it or values it in some way. It's those things that are like, I cannot do this for another minute, another second. I can't even think about this thing anymore, right? So today we're going to talk about the invisible currency that fuels your life, which is your energy. It is the most valuable thing that you have, more than your bank account, more than anything, because it drives absolutely everything. And we're going to really talk about the interplay of how your alignment impacts your energy, right? So the choices that you make every single day either fuels your life force or it just absolutely bleeds it dry. So I remember when I was closing down my last company, Hungry for Happiness. And I just remember like 90% of the things that I did in that company were bleeding my soul dry. Like I was forcing it. I'm like, we just have to do this. I have to do this. And I felt like my talent was tired. I felt like my soul was dried up. My mind was just so overwhelmed. It was like one of those feelings of like, if someone puts another thing on my plate, like I'm going to internally blow up. It was like burnout, but beyond burnout. And our bodies know what the deal is before our minds catch up, right? Like energy is information. So if you can take a moment, even now as you're listening to this, right? Just take a moment and go like, okay, if energy is information, then what is my body telling me in this very moment if energy truly is information, right? So let's move into breath work and the nervous system. So breath work helps us regulate the nervous system, right? And not all breath work, let me be clear, there's some breath work, especially like the really intense, heavy, like type of breath work. That type of breath work will put us into more of the sympathetic nervous system temporarily, but the deep grounding breath work where the exhale is longer than the inhale, right? That will help us bring down our nervous system and bring it into that beautiful parasympathetic state. Now, when we are in a parasympathetic state, our mind is clear, our heart is open, we can receive information, we can clearly see what is for us and what is not for us. And for so long, I just did things that were not for me because I thought that I needed to. I thought I needed to do that in order to be quote unquote successful or make this thing work or be a business person, whatever it is. It's like I wasn't doing it in a way that was so congruent and aligned with my energy. I was doing it in a way that made sense or had been done before, or one of my male mentors told me to do it in this way because this is what happens. So what I was journaling on the other day is it's really funny how the things that are most out of alignment get most of our energy and attention. Think about that in your life right now. The things that are most out of alignment where you're like, oh God, that pulls on us so much, right? So when we can take time to regulate our nervous system and get ourselves into the parasympathetic nervous system, then we can really see what is for me, what is not, right? Because when you're misaligned, you live in survival mode. Your cortisol spikes, your HRV drops, right? Your heart rate variability drops. You've got decision fatigue. But when you're aligned, your breath becomes deeper and slower naturally. Your vagus nerve, which is the body's like soul nerve, it activates. You feel safe, expanded, you feel powerful. And so doing breath work that's grounding, regulating, really activating the parasympathetic nervous system helps us really discern the difference of, is this for me? Is this not for me, right? Energy leaks are any misalignments that you tolerate, whether it's jobs, people, project habits. And the law of energy is energy cannot be created or destroyed. It's only transferred, right? So you place your attention and choices. So in saying that then, where you place your attention and choices determines the quality of the energy that you experience. So what we're doing here now is we are optimizing for energy, not effort. People feel things at the energetic birthplace it was created in. Meaning, if I'm writing a newsletter to you guys, because I write that every Sunday, if you're on our list, you know that. If I'm writing that from a place of, I got to get this done, like, oh my gosh, I'm on a rush. It's like another to-do list, right? You're going to feel that when you open up your email on Sunday and read that message. But when I get myself into a aligned, powerful state, I open up my heart, I open up my desire, I think about you as I'm writing it. I think about the outcome that I desire for you to have as I'm writing it. The energy of that thing is going to be so different. And this is this, like, energy is this invisible force that runs our life, but we just don't pay attention to it, right? When you do things out of a place of scarcity, the entire project has the vibration of scarcity, right? So if you're like, oh, I need to do a launch because I'm not going to make money, and you're doing it from that place of like lack or limitation or whatever it is, the entire thing is going to have the vibration of scarcity. When you do things from a place of joy, overwhelm, excitement, creativity, like, oh my gosh, I cannot wait to write this poetry book. I'm so excited. I'm so unattached from the outcome. I'm so unattached to what it does. I just want to offer my love and my teachings to the world through the vehicle of poetry. And you do it in that energy. People will read that poetry book and they're like, whoa, that is amazing, right? So misaligned decisions slowly kill your spirit, and aligned decisions give you energy that multiplies and amplifies, guys, every freaking decision, every day, every time you do something that is aligned with your energy, even if it's hard, it amplifies you. It gives you life force. So for instance, I get to have a courageous conversation with somebody today that misstepped a boundary of mine. And I didn't communicate it to her because she told me she misstepped the boundary. And I didn't communicate how I actually felt when she told me. I was like, I kind of played off like the cool girl, like the chill friend, like, yeah, it's totally fine. Everything's fine. And then I got home and I started journaling and really feeling into it and thinking about it. I'm like, that's not cool. That's not fine at all, actually. And so I get to have the conversation today of like, hey, listen, like, I love you and I will always love you. And there's something about our relationship right now that doesn't feel fully safe for me based on this thing. And I really believe in rebuilding trust, and I believe it can be rebuilt. But in the moment, like, my decision is just to take some spaciousness from our relationship because this felt like a violation of a boundary. So that, although it feels like, oh, I don't want to do that because not having courageous conversations isn't the most fun thing in the world, but it's going to free up that life force inside of me to be able to give to other things in my life. If I just like kept that relationship going, even though it was a boundary violation, even though it felt like in my system, I would have just like, it just wouldn't have felt good, right? So something that I love doing, and I do this on a weekly basis because life is so busy and things just come into your life without your consent all the time. I do an energy audit every single Sunday, at least once a week. And I just go like, it's so quick, you guys. It's like, go through the different sections of your life, your health, your wealth, your relationships, your business, your marriage, if you have one, your kids, whatever it is. And just ask yourself, is this thing still in alignment for me? Does this give me energy, you know? And if not, and if it's something you can get rid of, right? Don't do this for your kids. Be like, Johnny's gone. No. It's like, if it's something that you can get rid of in your life, get rid of it. If you need to renegotiate the relationship, right? It doesn't mean like cut everything that's not energy rich. You have the ability to restructure how that thing shows up in your life to realign the energy. Okay. So allow yourself to value your life force, value your energy more than anything else in the world. And in order for us to really understand what gives us energy and what takes our energy away, we have to be in our bodies. We got to be present. We got to feel and attune to life. Like this person, does this person give me energy? Do I leave feeling energized? Do I leave feeling flat, or do I leave feeling depleted? And sometimes just write the things that are up for negotiation in your life. And when you're doing this audit, just give it like a arrow up if it gives you energy, give it an arrow down if it depletes you. And you don't have to do this all at once, but just be mindful of like, oh, that thing that I'm doing in my business is actually depleting me. And then begin to solve for that, right? We're not going all or nothing. We're not being like, what's that goddess? Shiva? I'm not sure, but I forget now. But it's like the goddess of destruction, where you're just like destroying everything all at once. Like we don't need to play that game, although you can. But I would suggest like take it slow, like be mindful and just go, okay, these are the things that are out of alignment. These are the things that no longer feel like a yes in my body. And how can I allow myself to just sift and sort through those things and slowly begin to take them out of my life? Because when we release something in our world that no longer fits, we free up so much energy, so much time, so much resource, right? I don't believe that people are like tired or overwhelmed or whatever. It's just we're doing too much of the shit that drains us. When I am like really in integrity with honoring my alignment, I can do shit all day long. And at the end of the day, I'm like, I don't want to go to bed. I feel so good. I feel so energized. I'm so excited to wake up in the morning. But when I'm doing even a few things that are out of alignment for my being, for my soul, for my heart, I'm like, oh gosh, this is heavy. This is intense. I don't want anything to do with this. So allow yourself to just live from the place of, does this give me energy? Does this not give me energy? Right? I am walking this path with you. I am not preaching from above. I do not have this dialed in. This is a constant thing for me. Because as I am growing and evolving my career, my life, my marriage, everything, things just come into my life. And if I am not taking time to ask myself, am I consciously choosing that? Right? Am I consciously choosing that? Whether it's a person, an employee, a product, a belief system even, right? Audit your belief systems. Does your belief systems give you energy or drain you? So powerful, you guys. This is the work in the world that like the small hinge swings the big door. Doing these energy audits, doing these, just taking just time to go like, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, and letting your body decide is some of the greatest, most productive work that we can possibly do. All right. I hope this has been helpful for you. I love you long time. Have a beautiful rest of your day, and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye for now.